real. And we're going to keep it really real today. Really real, y'all. Anyway, have you ever felt like just completely giving up on everything? Everything. All your dreams, everything that you've worked so hard for. Who knows, you know, what it might be in your life, but just giving up because of what other people say about you or think about you, or they just don't think that you have the talent, or who knows what, the money or the looks or whatever it takes to get to where you're going. We've been there. You know, last week we shared about how that people say we were fat and ugly and all that stuff. That came from The Voice, and it's like you read all these comments when we were on this television show. It's funny, you can have all these wonderful comments and this one comment really stinks, and you focus on that one. I think most of us are like that.
And people too think once you get, they're like, oh, once I get to, they could think when they get to where we are, although I don't think we're incredibly famous, but you know, we've been on TV and all that. They're like, oh, you hear so much better things, and you know, I won't be made fun of once I get there. But it'll happen. It'll happen all your life. It's unfortunate that there are just some people that are out there that just want to be rude and ruin your day. And
they want you to fail.
They want you to quit, and they want you to give up, and for some crazy reason, that makes them happy.
And it's so funny, you feel so alone at that time, and we don't want to tell somebody else that we're going through that kind of thing, but we keep our mouths shut about it. We kind of deal with it most times internally, and it's rough on us. It makes us want to quit. When we were on The Voice, we had all these wonderful things happen, but we got to this place where we just kept reading those things and hearing those things, that we focused on the negative and just got to this day. I mean, there was a specific day where we were just done. We had cried about it. We thought we were the most horrible singers in the world. We were ugly. We thought we were fat. We thought there was no reason to try. We thought we would never be good enough singers. We'd never be good enough entertainers. And we really wanted to quit. And so we sat down that day and said, what are we going to do? Are we going to quit as a family? Because it's not just me and Crystal, it's our whole family as a family band. Or are we going to fight for this dream? You know, when I was a little girl, I had this huge dream. I was so shy. I would walk into a room, and if people just turned around to look at me, my face would turn red. Now, if you look at me, you would think, God,
how did that
happen? Why were you ever shy? You know? But I was, and I remember that feeling still. It was a horrible, horrible feeling. And I secretly had all these big dreams. I loved to sing. And we lived in a single wide trailer. We were really, really poor. And you know, it's funny how that you think if you're poor, you just have no hope sometimes. We were so poor that I remember my mama praying for milk, and I remember all the struggles of everything. I had holes in my bedroom wall, and you know, my dad is a very hard worker, so it wasn't anything to do with what my stepdad was providing. It was just a rough time for our family. We lived in this single wide trailer. Some of the things I'll never forget was we had these old crank out windows, and my stepdad in the wintertime, we lived in Ohio, would have to duct tape them shut because they would blow open. It would be so cold. And but I would sit back in my room and I would look in my mirror. I had this mirror that sat on the floor, and I would sing quietly, my little shy self, into my brush, and just think of all these audiences I would perform before one day, and had these huge dreams. And I was ready to walk away and give those up, you know? And I know that you deal with it too, and we wanted to tell you today. We wrote this song that day. It was a pivotal day for us in our career. And we wrote this song, and it's called Forward. And that's the day we wrote the song, probably about 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's the day she was talking about earlier. We were to the point where, like, man, we were so discouraged and so down on ourselves, and just letting every little bad thing that anyone ever said just live in our lives and when it shouldn't have. And we're like, are we going to give up, or are we just going to keep going? And we just decided, well, we need to keep going. This is both of our dreams. This is something we both wanted to do, and so we just put it all into song, and it came out super fast. And I think we fought half the time we wrote it.
Yeah, we did.
We were like so mad. We were so upset. We were like crying. We were like, no, shut up!
That's stupid. That's stupid.
It's terrible. You don't know what you're doing. But anyway, through all that complete emotional mess, came this song, and You know, if this is the song that most of the people who come to our shows or we talk to online, they'll say, you know, this song has really touched them, or, you know, they were going through something difficult. We had a girl that actually, she had a brain tumor, and she was listening to this song, and her mom was playing it for her just to inspire her to kind of keep going, you know, and to not give up. And, you know, when we look at some of our problems, sometimes we think, man, we're lucky to have such small problems. You know, we could be going through such worse things, but we wrote this song, you know, to inspire you to please, you know, don't give up. You're never too old or too poor or too ugly, whatever it is that you think you are. You're never too
You're not those
many
negative things that you think you are.
Absolutely.
You are opposite of those negative things. You need to look at those positive things, you know, that you are. What a good person you are. How good of a heart you have.
Yeah.
You know, everybody fails. It's funny because we've got all these people in history. I mean, just look at Michael Jordan. I know he's basketball, but look at him. He failed. He wasn't even on his high school team. He couldn't play basketball. Garth Brooks, if y'all know Garth Brooks, incredible artist, but he was turned down by every record label in this town in Nashville. Multiple times. Jason Aldean, same thing. So you know what? You're going to fall down. You're not going to be good enough sometimes. That's why you keep going and you just get better and better and better. Because you can get better and learn from your mistakes. Don't let your mistakes stop you.
And don't let anyone tell you that you're too old to accomplish any dream in your own life. We don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 85 and you want to be a singer. You go and you kill it.
That's right. And you know what? It doesn't take that much money these days either. So if you're broke, then who cares?
Start a Facebook page.
Start
a Facebook page. That's one thing we were telling some people. We were doing a thing with Renee Grant Williams. And they said, well, we don't have a lot of money. This is the age of the internet, so it's actually working in your favor. You can start any social media account and you just keep doing you, and there's going to be all kinds of people that will find you and love you and follow you and love to hear you sing or perform or tell jokes or whatever it is that you like to do.
Whatever it is you love, whatever is your passion, just do it. That's why you were created. We love you guys, and we're for you, not against you. And if you've got something you'd like us to see, we'd love to see it, so share it with us. Have a great evening.
Bye, all.
Keep it real.